All right. We are back with the GSMC Wrestling Laureate Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. I'm your host, Eric Rodriguez, here every Monday through Friday on the GSMC Sports Network at 8 p.m. Pacific Time, 11 p.m. Eastern Time. Here to talk about everything in terms of professional wrestling, all the action inside and outside of the ring, backstage rumors and drama. Also, superstar, injury updates, inactive superstar news. Also, we, touch on promotions like the, AEW, TNA, Ring of Honor, the MLW, WWE, the NWA, the GCW. If it makes main wrestling news headlines, we talk about it here on the GSMC Wrestling Laureate Podcast. So let's go to dive on into our fifth and final segment of the night. We got my man Emirates podcast starting in about 30 minutes, my man. The GSMC Soccer Podcast. If you're a huge soccer fan, I want to guarantee you that this is the best soccer podcast in the whole entire world. Even Cristiano Ronaldo listens to it. It's that crazy. I'm just kidding now. Well, probably, it's that, he's that damn good. I got a comment from my man, Stephen Craig. I think Becky will jump ship. It's to the point where, why wouldn't you? It's tough to say in terms of in the professional world, obviously. Like, I know, about that. And sometimes you do make decisions based on the money, but it's not like Becky's going to some crazy corporation or wrestling promotion that doesn't understand how to take care of their superstars. Tony Khan is probably the most friendliest wrestling superstar. He's friendly. He's friendly to his superstars. If Becky Lynch was like, "Hey, I got to cut out. I have my son sick or my daughter's sick. I got to go." He'd be like, "Yeah." He'd give her a private jet. Here you go, man. Like family's important. Obviously, that's not how it was with Vince McMahon under the grueling schedule that is WWE, where you have SmackDown, Raw, 2 live events. You travel. Like Triple H, Hall of X said, like not a lot of people can kind of keep up with the grind. And Will Ospreay of AEW honestly mocked the crap out of it. And they're like, dude, like who the heck are you to say that, bro? Like I mean, you're not out there to kind of like be there at every single show, so you can't really. I know you endured that your whole entire career, but overall, it's tough. And I feel like if Becky Lynch does want to be a professional wrestler, she's gonna get the most attention when she surprisingly not in WWE. She's gonna get most of the attention if she moves to AEW. She's gonna get most of the money if she moves to AEW. She's gonna get most of the flexible hours if she moves to AEW. So all signs point to yes. I think I think it'd be great. Honestly, right now you kind of have this hiatus with Seth Rollins, for her to kind of, be like, look, after this, it's going to kind of be a little hectic, but I think we can make it work. But, just know that we're going to be financially stable. Everything's going to be fine for our daughter. Just know 1,010% everything's going to be fine. And it is, and it will. So I think 1,010% Becky Lynch has, more than enough reasons to jump ship to AEW. All right, so now we're going to talk about our Wednesday's weekly wrestling news. Just give you guys some news to kind of talk about if stranger who knows about professional wrestling. So yeah, oh man, no, looks like that's not going to work. So we're going to talk about the news here. Sorry, technical difficulties. Rey Mysterio provides a health update in terms. He recently had stem cell therapy. He claimed that every single time he moves his ankles, his heels, his shoulders. One of the most famous luchadors in terms of professional wrestling. Modern technology in terms of the medical field has been absolutely astonishing. It's been great. It's been, especially in terms of professional wrestling, guys who break their necks to be like, I can never wrestle again. I can never do what I was made to do. Now I got to go out in the real world and get myself like a job or something like that. You know what I mean? Now you can kind of have this stem cell, this research, these kind of, spinal fusion surgeries, and it's just astonishing. It's just amazing. Obviously, you got to thank God. You got to thank, for giving us the technology to kind of make it happen here. So 1,010%, it's pretty awesome that Rey Mysterio, that's the reason why he really hasn't been seen inside of a WWE ring. Him and his son Dominic both dealing with kind of underlying injuries. So I thought that's kind of ironic. Next, we have WWE NXT viewership sees a decrease, despite the fact that you saw a pretty great promo between Wesley and Zachary Wentz. Ethan Page is overall the NXT World Heavyweight Champion. So this feud with Joe Hendry. I feel like it's great, but I just feel like if Joe Hendry wins the belt, I honestly feel that you're gonna get a lot more, you're gonna get a lot of fans. You're gonna get a lot of fans, a lot of international fans, a lot of fans from TNA, a lot of fans from WWE. So 1,010%, having somebody like Joe Hendry represent your brand would probably be a little more beneficial than having the all eagle Ethan Page. Although he has been great. He has been great. I don't want to say he's a transitional champion. I don't want to say that. Because he did pay his dues in AEW. He did come to the WWE, and everybody was shocked. And in his first chance at the title, he lost. But at the second time he fought, it was a fatal four way, and he technically did not pin Trick Williams, which you knew that WWE NXT creative kind of planned for that, maybe hinting at a future match between the two. But overall, I just feel like right now, I think NXT is going to get better. It's going to get better going on to the CW, and it's going to be great. Next, we have the WWE Speed Tournament begins. We have the bracket already set up, and thanks to the technical difficulties, I can't reveal those superstars, and it sucks. It sucks. It sucks. But overall, I saw Lyra Valkyria on it, and I think that's all I really need to know. Just kidding. No, because they were promoting her so damn much that as soon as Sonya Deville came back, as soon as Selena Vega came back from injuries, she's kind of taking the back seat a little bit in terms of that. But overall, I feel like she's going to be the champion. I feel like she has the potential to be the inaugural champion. I know there's a lot of WWE NXT women stars that are probably going to be amazing. Like Sol Ruka would be astonishing at that. That'd be sick. Lola Vice. There's possibilities. Next, we have Rhea Ripley appears on a longtime comic book strip. Gil Thorpe. I've never really heard of Gil Thorpe. I know it's kind of like a sports comic. That's all I really honestly know about. But I don't know. It's kind of cool how WWE superstars are most certainly starting to promote themselves within like their own kind of social media kind of platform. Obviously, what you've seen with the whole Samantha Irving thing. Obviously, what you've seen with basically people being like, you know what, I kind of need to step out there and kind of you have the WWE tag. You have the WWE tag in your back pocket. And, if you're seen posting something on social media, people are going to listen to it. People are going to watch it. People are going to like it. People are going to subscribe. So 1,010%, I feel like it's a huge opportunity for Ripple to become more, bigger and better. And, it's going to kind of blow up her image, in a positive way, And, much like she deserves it. She deserves it 1,010%. Next, we have Paul London, a former WWE superstar, WCW superstar as well. He, took on a main producer role on Major League Wrestling. Man, Paul Heyman, Paul London. I remember when he made his debut in WWE. He was a tag team with Brian Kendrick back in 2006. I think he was like the height of their existence in the tag team division. But I think that's when they formed the tag team of Kane and the Big Show, and I was like, that's stupid. When you could have had high flying tag team, that's something like I feel like the tag team division in terms of professional wrestling, especially in WWE, needs a lot more help. Needs a lot more help than it. Yeah. So next we have the reasons. We have reasons behind WWE shorter PLE match cards. Triple H, has been kind of prominent on keeping the PLEs and prioritizing quality over quantity. And that's not bad. That's not bad. But then again, it's not good. It's not good on AEW. The reason why their pay-per-views are so damn successful because you have every title being fought. You have pre-show matches. You have matches to make matches. Like what I mean. Like it's not just like I don't know. It's not nuts. It's not nuts to have more than 6 or 7 matches on your main card. There is such a thing as you can still provide quantity with quality. So don't be too short for that. Also, you have shorter cards, which makes it hard for younger, for new age WWE talent to kind of put their name over. So, I think for a fact, if I was talking to Triple H, Paul Levesque face to face, I'd be like, look, like, this is what we're dealing with, this and that and the other. Just imagine adding 3 or 4 matches to your match card. 2 of them could be on the pre-show, defend the WWE Tag Team Championships on the PLE for Christ's sakes. Dang it. You can do that. You can do that. That's crazy. I know. Recently Triple H hasn't really, successfully accepted that. But you can have that happen, dude. Like I don't know. It's kind of crazy. Big PLE matches make for great TV and content, and I right now I'm a little far fetched on why Triple H keeps doing this, keeps booking these small PLEs. But I guess the whole quality over quantity, I guess that does make sense. But some of the matches, even like it's not quality. Like that Liv Morgan Becky Lynch match at King of the Ring, like the finish to the Money in the Bank, WWE Money in the Bank, like it Drew McIntyre gets screwed over. Like it's not even that great. So I don't know. I just feel like it should be there should be new ideas and reintroduced inside the boardroom and when they talk about PLEs. And I just wish I was there. I just wish I was there. And lastly, we have WWE Raw being hosted in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia for the first time. WWE will host Crown Jewel November 2nd. And obviously a day after that, or I think that's Saturday. So on November 4th, you will have the first ever WWE Monday Night Raw taking place in Saudi Arabia. So I think that's obviously monumental. I think that's pretty badass. I think that's pretty cool. So yeah. All right, guys, that's enough wrestling that I got that I have for you today. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Make sure you tune in tomorrow, same time, same place on the GSMC Sports Network. So make sure you hit up that link, subscribe, follow. Superman, punch that like button because you guys like me so damn much. I'm just kidding. No, well, if you like me, that's cool. Send it in the chat. I'm just kidding. Thank you so much for tuning into the GSMC Wrestling Laureate Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. Just remember to follow us on Twitter/X, Instagram, and TikTok for more content and updates. And yeah, remember here at the GSMC Sports Network, we do respect feedback, but leave a positive review. Here at the GSMC Sports Network, we do love a lot of peace, love, and positivity. And like I always say, if I have not made you a wrestling fan by now, we got my man Emran's podcast that's starting in about 19 minutes. So make sure you check that out. We got GSMC Sports with TJ. We got Sports by GSMC with Jeremy. We also have the Chip Shop Football Podcast with Manny and the GSMC Football Podcast with my boy Kenneth. We also have Fantasy Sports. So Fantasy Sports is absolutely, it's on the horizon. A lot of drafts are taking place this weekend. Why not find who to draft? Your stardoms, your situms, your flex by watching Chris Shepard on the GSMC Fantasy Sports Podcast. So make sure you tune into that. We got my boy Nelson with the GSMC Basketball Podcast, college football, my boy Tommy with the GSMC College Football Podcast. So make sure you tune into all these badass podcasts. They're super awesome, hosted by some of the best that I've ever got to watch, learn from them, respect, 1010%. Once again, hope you guys have an amazing Wednesday night. I will see you on a beautiful Thursday. Stay beautiful, but most importantly, love you.